welcome to Unleashed. I'ma be so for real, this game got me to whimper. Not only is he smoking hot, he's got a hell of a hot voice, and my god, he gives you a pet name.
Kitten.
I can't! Here are your content warnings. I need to cool off. My name? It's Lion. What was that I just heard? They, them. Do I have... let's keep it vague. Let's keep it very vague. I don't know where this is going. I just know we're here for a good time. Everything happened so quickly. 1 minute, I was joking with a friend about hooking up with her kinky sugar daddy friend. The next, I'm standing in front of a sleek black apartment door on the 15th floor of the Forge, the fancy apartment block where only people with money live. Blair had given me scarce details about Sebastian Bowen, old college friend, rich lawyer, more than meets the eye. That was the man in a nutshell, apparently. The only unique thing about the doorway before me is that it's anything but unique. Unlike the other apartments on the floor, there's no kitschy doormat or decorative touches. 246 has two monstera flanking the doorway. 247 has a fresh coat of burgundy paint. 248 has nothing. I should stop stalling rather than making observations of my surroundings. I quickly look at my phone, telling me that it's 8:02. I wonder how long I've just been standing here, delaying. Blair's words echo in my head, her encouragement and excitement about the prospects of having such a beneficial arrangement, giving me the courage I need to finally freaking knock. Hello? It's barely a few seconds before the door opens, and on the other side, the most handsome man I've had the pleasure of laying eyes on. I'd purposefully avoided Googling him precisely in hopes of this. Hi there, Sebastian, right? Blank. Hey, Sebastian, right? I forced my words out of my now dry mouth, hoping it isn't obvious that A, I'm staring, and B, I'm nervous as hell.
Hi.
I am more nervous. God, there's voice acting. The man stands stiff, unmoving for a moment before he steps aside and ushers me in.
Come in.
Is he too soft? Probably.
Come in.
Okay, much better. Much better. I step over the threshold, wiping my shoes on the mat and shrugging off my slightly damp coat. Sebastian closes the door behind me, the sound of the catch sliding into the frame like a spark of ignition that sets the air aflame. The man hovers for a moment, waiting for me to shed my coat. He takes it from me and hangs it up. His eyes trail over me, assessing me too as he seemingly takes in the details of my outfit and my body beneath it. I can't help but flush under the attention. A small but desperate part of me hopes he approves of what he sees. Because I couldn't possibly approve more of what I see. Blair clearly loves me a lot if she's setting me up with this gorgeous specimen. Perhaps it's premature, but I already want to pounce him, skip all the small talk, and just get to the part where my lips are on his skin and his hands are all over my body. Irresponsible? Yes. Enticing? Absolutely. I need to calm down.
Make yourself comfortable.
Gladly. That's as comfortable as you like. He gestures to the couches nearby as he walks over to the kitchen area. Despite the walls of the windows and the high ceilings, the room feels impossibly small. I tread over to the living area cautiously. Each piece of furniture looks expensive and barely touched, so much so I feel bad even stepping on the rug with shoes. I'll just take them off and leave them here. Hopefully he won't think I'm a complete weirdo. My socked feet tiptoe to the edge of the couch, where I sink down gingerly, perching uncomfortably on the edge.
Would you like something to drink?
I think it's a bit too early for me to be this feral. My attention is drawn back to Sebastian, who was standing before his perfectly polished marble countertops, two glasses in hand. Once more, I find myself staring. Taking the way his trousers mold around his legs and ass, the way the white cotton of his shirt strains against his muscular back, and his sleeves roll up to tease his forearms. He turns, glancing over his shoulder and catching my gaze. Seeing his face in its full glory takes my breath away. His hair is perfectly in place, yet his tie is tucked down, his top button undone, revealing the delicious column of his throat. Oh, God! Right, he asked me what I wanted to drink. I cringe internally as my mind immediately supplies a tall glass of you and then course corrects with an actual answer. Okay, seems my brain didn't course correct at all.
Sure.
Oh no. Oh no, he's feeding to my Delulu. Oh no. Sure. If he's bothered by my staring or my cheesy line, he doesn't comment. Instead, he plays the gracious host and prepares the drinks.
I hope you didn't get caught in the rain too much.
Oh my God, his voice! Oh! Ooh! I didn't. I took a rideshare. Ignoring the mat dash to and from the car, that is.
I would have offered to send a car, but Blair insisted it was too much.
He says the word so matter-of-factly, as if the idea of sending a car is no big deal. Would I have thought as much if he had offered? Well, yeah, it would have been a little bit intimidating. Well, she was wrong. I wouldn't have minded it at all. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you wanted to spoil me a little bit. Though I mostly only say that because the rideshare driver was a bit weird.
Weird? How?
The man pauses, turning again with a curious, almost concerned look on his face. Talking to himself mostly. Nothing scary. What a relief, and no racism or other rants as I often seem to encounter in my unlucky rideshare experiences. All things considered, I'd take the journey as a victory. The look on Sebastian's face suggests I should have higher standards. Next time, I'll send a car. His tone leaves no room to broker an argument, and while my mouth opens as if to speak, nothing comes out. Next time. Finally, he makes his way over with the drinks, passing mine directly to me before he sits. Despite the size of the couch, he occupies the space right next to me, enveloping me in his warmth, his scent. I swallow hard, nerves kicking in like dust in a storm. It takes everything within me just to whisper my gratitude, and I find I suddenly struggle to meet his eye. For a moment, the room falls silent. I take a sip of whatever drink Sebastian just handed to me. When the taste of sweet fruit hits my tongue, I hold myself back from laughing, relieved that my stupid joke had apparently gone misheard. He brought me a tall glass of juice. In my periphery, I can feel his gaze, unwavering. He swallows his whiskey. I want to swallow something else! Then he sets his glass down on the coffee table and sits quietly for a little while.
So, Blair didn't tell me too much about you, if I'm honest.
I brave look at him, and if he's perturbed by this blind date turned kinky meet cute, I can't tell. Me either, besides what I heard in passing. I scramble to think of something Blair has told me that is actually appropriate to say. He's great, but he's got to stick up his ass. He's hot, yet annoying because he knows it. He's a gentleman in the streets and a freak in the sheets. You're a hotshot lawyer. Corporate law, right? Blair already made a point to tell me to not ask too many questions about it, lest both of us die of boredom. I mean, I'm down for it.
I'm a lawyer, yes. Hotshots? I don't know about that.
I mean, hot for show. I mean, we can go for the back shots later. Sebastian pauses, his expression shifting.
Though my job is part of why I'm going about this the way I am. Too little time to find things organically.
I get what you mean. Finding people with shared interests is hard at the best of times. Can't be upfront in a dating profile, otherwise you attract a bunch of creeps. Going in knowing we're both kinky alleviates some of the weight of a potentially awkward conversation, yet it doesn't automatically mean things will work out just fine. If nothing else, at least we'll get an interesting evening out of this. I can feel how uneasy my smile is, nervousness trickling through every fiber of my being.
Right.
I don't know if it's reassurance or pity, but I see the first hint of a smile on the man's face. And then it's back to that good old awkward silence. I have to fill it. Dazzle with more small talk, get straight to the point. I'm a dazzler. I'm a dazzler. So, did Blair have to beg you to agree to this too? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Does it sound like I really don't want to be here? God! Oh, it's Sebastian laughs, short and sharp, in a way that takes me by surprise. A smirk tugs at the corner of his lips.
There was some convincing.
Hey, yo! What did Blair do? That's a relief. I suppose anyone who would agree to this whole idea without any form of reluctance is probably not someone who should be doing it in the first place. I mean, hey, so my friend is looking for a BDSM relationship and he thinks doing it as a sugar daddy is the best way forward. You in? Well, it's one way to matchmake friends, but it's certainly gotta be up there in terms of intimidating ways to do it. Yeah, same for me, but she insisted I give it a shot and stop being so boring.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one she called boring.
Hey! I mean, you seem pretty interesting so far, so clearly we have a lot in common.
Oh, I hope not, for your sake.
What do you mean? His voice drips of sarcasm, making it hard to take the comment too seriously. Still, it intrigues me. Even if our commonality is sharing a dirty mind and specific taste? I raise a brow, lilt my voice in flirtation. When his eyes snap to mine with burning intensity, I know I've changed the track of his thoughts from self-loathing to something else entirely.
Touche.
Oh no, I'm in danger. The subject hangs in the air, the very nature of our meeting and mutual connection. It's implicit, understood, that this is happening because we both crave the same thing. Feeling braver, I force myself to address it directly. So, what exactly are you looking for? He takes a long, almost painfully slow sip of his drink. I hang on to every second, waiting for his response, hoping it is what I want to hear.
I'm looking for a pet.
Oh? Plain and simple, and a perfect answer.
Both inside and outside of the bedroom. Sexual submission as well as some lifestyle play.
Okay, I'm down.
Assuming that interests you, of course. Do you have much experience?
Ooh, well, actually I had a little bit of experience with this, like a little bit, so, yeah. Not enough to call myself an expert, but enough to not be a complete beginner. Sebastian nods thoughtfully, unfazed by my answer. Also, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all to, speculate in the comments what I mean by that.
I see. I have experience as a dom, but nothing in regard to pet play. This is all new to me, at least in practice.
Knowing he has experience as a dom is comforting. His guiding hand will be all the more real for it. What about being a sugar daddy? Is that new to you too? I have so many questions for him about both axes of his experience. My stomach drops as a flicker of confusion, hurt, and worry paints Sebastian's features.
Is that your main motivation here?
Money doesn't hurt, not really. No, but consider this your contribution to the wealth distribution from rich to poor. Not really. I'm more interested in you as a person. And also, just being a sub in general. Being so for real here. Yeah. The dynamic is more important to me. The money is just a nice bonus I could spend on outfits and toys. Or, making life a little easier.
I hope that it will.
That is such a sad smile.
To answer your question, no. I've not been a sugar daddy before either.
Interesting. Well, at least we can feel our way through it together. I crack a sweet smile, hoping to lighten the atmosphere. I suppose it's like adopting a real pet. You don't know what you're getting yourself into until you have them.
And they're clawing at your furniture and humping your leg.
I mean, I would gladly. I don't care in which order. I can't promise I won't claw.
Good thing pets are trainable little things then, isn't it?
Oh no! the room stills, the air crackling with energy. My cheeks flush, need swirling within as Sebastian's tone drops low and his eyes darken. He stares at me with intent, the first innuendo-laden flirt of the evening sounding so delicious from his lips, and doing ungodly things to me. Oh, fuck. My mind flickers with image after salacious image, me on the end of a leash, being pulled along by his insistent tugs, harsh spanks to my ass as my misbehavior is corrected, snuggled up in a cozy, safe cage, sequestered away until I can behave. I feel my skin prickle all over with heat, my throat tighten, and my blood rush south. I simply blink, unable to find a retort or an equally teasing flirt.
I'd like to start with limits.
Oh? Sebastian continues, a glint in his eyes suggesting he knows exactly the effect he has on me, yet his tone is even and frustratingly unaffected. Then he takes out his phone, tapping away quickly, and allows me a moment to just breathe.
I'm taking notes, not being rude, if that's okay.
His eyes meet mine, awaiting my approval.
For me, I'm not looking for much in the extreme, though I might be interested in exploring for use in the future.
I mean, sure. Oh my god, it's like we share a freaking brain! I see it so clearly in my head, the life of a pampered pet, kept at this man's whim and used for his pleasure. It really is the dream. It is definitely a future consideration, but one that seems like a utopia. It's a shame we have to wait. Yeah, I guess that's cool. Totally played that off!
Good.
For a few moments, Sebastian taps away, and I watch as his thumbs move quickly across the illuminated screen. Then he raises his head, addressing the next point on his little negotiation meeting agenda. Are you okay using the traffic light system? Yeah, thought I'd also want to discuss more before dabbling in any reluctance play or similar.
Of course, any verbal rejection will be taken literally.
Once more, tap, tap, tap. I watch him, entranced, already finding the look of serious concentration on his face endearing, the way his eyebrows twitch ever so slightly and his lips purse together. I try to imagine him in his daily life, working in a high-stakes legal environment, looking oh so professional and distractingly handsome. Thank the Lord I'm not his opposing counsel.
How would you like me to address you as part of our play?
I take a moment to think, pondering what title I'd like the most. Oh my god. Pup, kitten, bunny, pet. I feel like I'm revealing a bit too much here. Oh man. I'm nervous. Oh god. Maybe kitten? Oh god. Yeah, kitten. Oh god. Prideful and playful, ready to be pampered.
Kitten.
Oh, shit. Sebastian tests out the word, and it sounds so erotic falling from his lips. Waves of pleasure wash over my body. If this is how good it sounds now, I'm screwed when it comes down to the real thing. I clear my throat, turning my brain back to the conversation rather than to daydreaming. How would you like me to address you?
Entirely your preference.
A few titles swirl above my head, each one offering a slightly different vibe. It's not a tough choice. The title can always change as our relationship does, and our dom-sub bond develops. For now, one title calls out. Not this. I'm not really into DDLC. DDLC? Wait, Monica, what are you doing here? Okay, sir or master? Maybe master? Master. Yeah. It just seems so natural. The right choice for our roles. If that's okay. He swallows, that gorgeous Adam's apple bobbing as he does.
That's More than okay.
I can tell that from the tightness of your loins. A dusting of pink covers his cheeks, and my chest swells with pride, knowing he already feels inclined to that title. It's his turn to try and recompose himself, and he does so expertly. God, I'm jealous!
And what about limits and boundaries non-sexually?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Well, I can lead. Discretion is key considering my occupation. I'm sure you understand.
Totally, completely understand. Of course. It's important for me in my career too. I can't say it matters much to me, but I respect your privacy. Discretion. I mean, I won't mind it whatsoever, but okay. Like, I gotta put myself in the shoes here. Like, okay, considering, like, this is my job. Me, like, screaming at hot men. Actually, I guess it won't really matter. I respect his privacy. Yeah.
Aftercare and debriefing is essential to me. Not just for your sake, but for mine.
Well appreciated. I would love that. He averts his gaze, suggesting there's more to the subject, but more that he won't share now. That's good to know. Gives me plenty of time to prepare for soothing his dom drop or whatever he may deal with after the fact.
Safety. I have clean test results I can share. I'd love the same from you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much clean as well.
If we agree to do this, I'd expect we only do things unprotected with each other.
Sure. More than happy to take. Yes, right, you're right. Our gazes meet, hot and heavy, the implication strong. Sebastian adjusts himself, tugging his tie looser, spreading his legs until they touch mine, a barely there graze, enough to send a jolt of electricity through me. I take a deep breath and let myself relax into the touch. The more we talk, the more the atmosphere lightens, my anxiety and Sebastian's stiffness. I suppose sharing something so intimate straight off the bat has that effect. We basically dove in at the deep end.
One more thing. I expect you to be fairly available to come when I call.
I'll come anytime you want! Yeah, really? My response is born of genuine shock and a slight sense of questioning. I can only hope my face doesn't display the way I really feel.
For the money I intend on giving you, yes. There are limits we can discuss, of course.
I suppose I hadn't really thought that this would be a possibility, but it makes sense. He's not just looking for a sexual partner, but someone at his very beck and call. Could that be me?
Hopefully the money helps with both the practicality and your willingness.
Yep, you know what? I'm down! Sebastian's attention is drawn back to his screen, tapping away before my phone subsequently pings, a unique sound meant just for my banking app.
Let me know.
He stares at me expectantly, my mind taking a few moments to catch up and realize he wishes for me to check the notification. And when I do, I'm sure my face is the very picture of surprise. Yeah, on second thought, I could definitely be what he wants. Fuck it. For this, I'd even be willing to do early morning wake-up calls. It's a lot of money. We haven't agreed on anything yet. My eyes split between my new balance and Sebastian's blank, blasé expression.
I know. This is for your time this evening, your confidence, and as a show of good faith. In advance, if you will.
I appreciate it. Really, I do. There is so much I'd hoped to gain from this night. At the very least, an interesting story. And optimistically, a hot, reliable dom. A fat stack of cash before even properly agreeing to anything? I hadn't expected that. Thank you. My voice softens, unable to keep my true feelings inside, overwhelmed by such a display of both generosity and wealth.
Of course.
Sebastian's hand comes to settle on the edge of my knee, hesitant at first before he firmly squeezes. I settle my hand atop his and squeeze right back. For a moment, our gazes and hearts connect. It feels intense, vulnerable, like the planting of a seed of something that could lead to more than just sex, more than just a transactional relationship. The withholding of feelings wasn't explicit, but it was implied, at least in my mind. I find my hand itching, aching to withdraw before I slowly start to pull away from his grasp. And then something passes over Sebastian's face, his soft smile fading and features hardening.
I have one final, rather important question for you, actually.
His gaze pins me, shivers passing over me as the energy of the room shifts. I swallow and try to steady myself. Go on.
Are you attracted to me?
Yes! Am I? Yes. I'm surprised he needs to ask, but he seems very much sincere. Either way, a little verbal confirmation goes a long way.
Good. I'm glad.
God, his smile. So that leaves the question, is the feeling mutual? Rather than letting the worry hang in the air, I pluck up the courage to address it directly. My voice categorically does not relay a single bit of that confidence. Are you attracted to me? Very much so. He mirrors my earlier comment, his tone dripping with just as much sincerity. I can't help but beam. Perfect! With our mutual attraction confirmed, the air thickens. My tongue darts out to wet my lips at the exact time Sebastian's eyes flicker down to look. My eyes fall to his lips too, plump and yet bitten raw, begging to be kissed. Sebastian makes the first move as he leans into my space and surrounds me with everything. Him. His hand comes to my chin, his touch soft and yet insistent as he pulls me closer. His fingers on my skin set my nerves alight. The heavy look in his eyes makes my stomach churn with desire. He moves closer and closer. And then he stops, a hair's breadth from me, and I can almost taste the whiskey on his lips. Oh God, it's gonna be so good. Oh, I miss whiskey lips. Jesus. He's right there, waiting, teasing that final millimeter of space between us.
I'm going to kiss you now.
Yes, please. He whispers the words against my lips before he dives in. Our eyes flutter shut as our lips finally meet. Electricity courses through my body, that fuzzy feeling flowing from the tips of my ears to the ends of my toes. Every hair stands on end, and all my blood rushes southward. One kiss, and I'm under his spell, almost whimpering into his mouth like a whiny little pet. He's fully in charge of the kiss, deciding the rhythm, how much of his tongue teases at my lips, all the way until he pulls away and leaves me desperate for more. When I open my eyes once more, I see his pupils blown wide, his lips parted, the edges of his glasses starting to steam. It takes me a good few seconds for me to string a sentence together. So, I guess that's definitely a yes to being attracted to me. Very much so. Sebastian isn't in charge, however, as I dive back in, greedy and stealing kisses from his lips, like I'm already addicted. My hands find their way to his hair, hoping to keep him exactly where I want him, as I feed the hunger inside me. And then, they begin to trail, finding their way lower until they rest atop his chest, firm pegs hidden beneath the soft cotton of his dress shirt. I feel the smooth planes of his abs as I lick at his lips, exploring every inch of him I can. Sebastian stiffens against me, his hand stilling my navigation southward.
Are you sure you want to do this so soon?
Driven by sheer animalistic need, I hadn't stopped to consider such a thing. You're right. We should get to know each other more. We should get to know each other. Yeah, you're right. Of course. I part from him, my hands and lips pulling away, yet I can't find it within myself to fully withdraw, to return to my own couch cushion after feeling his embrace. My legs remain partially over him as his arm falls behind me, spread across the back of the sofa. Sebastian takes a moment to think. Just as I'm about to start the conversation, he beats me to it.
How long have you known Blair?
I rack my brain, trying to think of an approximate time frame. A good few years now. We met through a mutual friend's TTRPG campaign.
Was it a fantasy cyberpunk mashup?
Are we talking about the other game that this developer made? 'Cause probably. Yeah. Sebastian scoffs, his eyes rolling while a smirk forms.
She tried to get me to join that. interesting turn of fate.
That's crazy to think about, that we could have met so much sooner. Come to think of it, there must have been so many meetings in the past. Or maybe she's been trying to set us up for the longest time? I laugh mirthfully, because it honestly would surprise me if Blair had been trying to puppeteer us for years now.
If only I'd let her browbeat me into sharing my tastes sooner.
I arch a brow, suddenly very curious about how that conversation unfolded. If only. How about you? How long have you known Blair? Sebastian's head tilts as he recalls, seemingly drifting off deep into the past.
As long as I can remember. Our families are close and have been since before we were born.
All right, I remember now. She said your parents used to work together. Now your dad is a judge? That he is. Another reason privacy is so important to me. For lack of anything sincere to say, I say the first thing that comes to mind. Well, with the current political climate and how screwed it all is, I doubt anyone would care about a little consensual kink.
You're right, but I like to keep my cards close to my chest regardless.
Safe. I like it. That much is obvious, and my God, does it want me to get inside his brain and pull apart every little thought. Yeah, I can see that. If I thought hard, I could probably think of a million other things to talk about. His and Blair's friendship, his life outside of work, why he turned down magical cyberpunk role-playing. But that magnetism draws me back to him, makes me ache to feel his lips on mine once more. I watch as he takes off his glasses, folding the arms before he sets them on the table. I watch the way his neck stretches as he leans over. How pretty his side profile is. I hate that I want to throw myself at him again. We've known each other for what, an hour at most? Before the overthinking can take over, I throw caution to the wind and return to his waiting lips. Once more, we kiss with passion, the tension we built up over our negotiation dissipating into sweet relief. My hands return to his torso, eager to feel more of him, and it seems I'm not the only one, as his hands start to roam too. First, the hands hold my neck, tenderly and with no pressure, and yet still firmly exuding his need, and then they fall lower, grasping at my chest eagerly. Moans fall from my lips, and Sebastian takes advantage as he kisses more deeply. He pushes against me, waiting until I fall backwards onto the plush seat cushions. He crawls over me, his arms caging me in as he climbs atop, before he dives in once more. One hand roams over my frame, embracing them as he goes. Then he grabs my legs, forcing them to part as he takes his rightful place between them. His hardness presses against me, pleasure shooting through my body as it does. We explore, lips and hands moving freely as our hips rock against each other. Sebastian, no matter how much his movement suggests the feeling, doesn't verbalize his pleasure. I find I can't wait to draw sweet sounds from his lips like he does mine. We part for air, and Sebastian makes quite the sight indeed. Eyes darkened, cheeks flushed, hair a mess.
Fuck.
He gasped against my lips.
Again, if we're moving too fast, let me know.
If it's fast, I think I like fast. The look that flashes over Sebastian's features makes me feel his hesitation deep in the pit of my stomach. Is it him who wishes to slow down?
Would you like to try a scene? Something mild?
Okay, clearly not! My brain floods with ideas, ranging from sensible to outlandish. Perhaps he's going to reveal a cage in the corner of the room and tell me to get in, or maybe I should just ask. What did you have in mind?
I have a play collar and leash. Would you like to explore that a little?
Yes! 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 Please. I say breathlessly, without a moment's hesitation. Sebastian gives me one last heated look before he rises from the couch.
Stay.
Yes, please. Yes, master.
Already obedient, and we haven't even started.
Oh, no! His eyes glaze over, his mind clearly wandering for a moment before he recollects himself and heads into one of the rooms down the corridor of his apartment. He's gone a few moments, enough for my mind to start thinking over what's to come. How's it going to feel to have that collar around my neck? It's been far too long since I felt the comfort of tight leather around my throat. He interrupts my thoughts with his return, a thick black play collar in one hand and a shiny chain leash in the other. I watch silently as he returns beside me, sitting on the couch with a renewed confidence to his posture. He presses his dress shoe to the top of the coffee table before he slides it away, creating space before him. He takes a throw cushion, places it on the ground before him, and then finally addresses me.
On your knees.
Oh, fuck. It feels so good to finally hear his command, so natural spilling from his lips. I simply complied wordlessly, slowly pushing myself on the couch before I sink to my knees. It takes a few moments for me to adjust, to kneel properly on the cushion in a comfortable way, and to assume a submissive position. For a moment, I feel not uncomfortable, but uncertain, until I look up at Sebastian and see a touch of adoration in his soft look.
So good for me already.
Oh, shit.
Are your knees okay?
And still so considerate? Truly a sign of a great owner-to-be. I'm sure this cushion was expensive, but it can only do so much. They're good? They're good? At least for now. I shuffle a little, redistributing the stuffing beneath me as I sit back on my heels. It's a godsend compared to his carpet and hardwood floor.
Let me know if that changes.
I nod silently, appreciating his consideration. Sebastian takes a hold of the collar and leans closer to me.
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Yeah. I crane my neck forward to give him better access. I swept my hair out of the way to give him better access. Well, I crane my neck forward, I guess. I mean, I would do both, but yeah. He closes the thick leather around my neck, his breath fanning over my face as he works on looping the strap through the buckle. And then he tightens, snug against my neck, and noticeable in its slight constriction.
How's that?
It feels like it's been there all along, a natural extension of my body just waiting to be integrated. Not tight enough. Oh, not tight enough. They'll get me what I want, right? Sebastian smirks knowingly as he hooks 2 fingers under the collar and pulls. My head jerks forward and the collar tightens.
How about now?
Oh, shit. Perfect. My words are a whisper, my head spinning as my blood flow is restricted. Oh, fuck.
Any tighter would be too much for too long, but I'll be sure to indulge you from time to time.
He smirks wickedly before he releases his grip and leaves me reeling before him. I watch attentively as he shuffles back off the couch cushions, spreads his legs, and makes himself comfortable. A pat to his thighs beckons me closer.
Now lay your head here.
Do I get pats? I comply, snuggling close to his thigh as I relax my weight into his leg.
Good.
Oh, God. The room falls silent as Sebastian starts to stroke the top of my head, a comforting and calming gesture that soothes my nerves.
That's it. I appreciate you trusting me. Just relax now. Close your eyes. Ah, there we go.
Oh my God, like this is giving me tinglies in all the good places. Oh my God.
On your knees where you belong. Feeling safe and secure.
Safe and secure. Where I belong. His soothing words and his gentle touch send shivers down my body, my form loosening and relaxing as my body begins to slow.
Comfortable?
Very. He continues with his reverent touches, a slow rhythm of caresses that sweep away the usual chaos of my mind.
Being so good for me, behaving so well, and being so sweet. Giving me such a privilege. Let yourself relax. Your thoughts drift away. All those pesky thoughts are for people, not pets.
No thoughts, No worries, no wrinkles, brain smooth. No wrinkles. Just a pretty smooth brain. That's what I have right now. I feel my thoughts slow, a fuzzy feeling overtaking my thoughts. A cloud of bliss awaits me, and I fall deeper with every touch.
No cares. I will take care of everything.
The haze swirls, deep relaxation with a building arousal as the sensation pulls in my lower stomach.
Oh, you make the sweetest noises.
Sebastian's words register over my own whimpering. He rests a hand atop my head, keeping me in place as he repositions his leg, and me along with it. He slots it between my thighs, his foot resting right below me. A small press down my shoulders encourages me to settle against him.
There, sit. Good. Just get comfortable.
I try my best to get comfortable, but having his leg right there pushing against my sensitive core leaves me aching. I try my best to focus more on the feeling of his fingers stroking over me rather than the pressure beneath my thighs, but the pressure between my thighs, but it's just too much.
Just relax and let go.
His voice coaxes me down into a more primal state. No thoughts, just instinct. And I find myself starting to grind against him. Oh my god, this is the part where I start humping his legs, isn't it? I hope this is what he wanted. After all, who puts their leg between someone's legs, wedges their foot right against them, and if not to turn them on? My movements are subtle at first, and could be easily mistaken for me just getting comfortable. But the more I give into the pleasure, the more I crave, the faster my hips push against him. I'm rutting against him like an animal, whimpering as my pleasure builds. It's not long before he notices.
Are you humping my leg?
I'm not going to deny. I shake my head and whine, feeling the urge to deny it despite the evidence.
Use your words.
No! A lie, and a terrible one, but it's not my fault!
I can feel you humping.
Oh my god! He tuts, a hint of disapproval in his tone that makes me smart.
Such a bad habit. I'll have to train it out of you.
Sebastian shuffles before me, leaning past me to grab some tissues. I wipe off my face of the mess that I've made. Also, in case anyone's wondering, basically, I ended up humping his leg and drinking his milk. If you do want to see what happens and me whimpering, you can check it out on the Patreon. Link to that is in the comments. But anyway.
Oh, enjoy your treats.
Very much so. I earned it after all. Once cleaned and tucked away, Sebastian leans in, his fingers finding their way back to the collar.
Let's get you out of this.
Yes, please. Wait, what does wait mean? Wait. I'm not quite ready to take it off.
If you wish.
He unclips the leash at least, allowing the collar to remain around my neck. He looks at me softly, his fingers toying with the O-ring before he moves away.
Come with me.
He stands and offers his hands to help steady me as I rise on shaky legs.
Are your legs okay?
They're good. Let's hope he ignores the fact that I'm walking like a baby deer, but really, it's no big deal. He leads me down the hallway to his bedroom, a sparsely decorated, neat room with a large bed. Put your clothes in the hamper. I'll get them washed for you in the morning. His words are a simple command as he gestures to the hamper. I definitely can't wait to get out of these clothes.
Stay the night?
The softness and uncertainty of his voice takes me by surprise. I don't have pajamas or a toothbrush or... It's not that I don't want to, but I certainly didn't come prepared.
Well, I do.
My nose crinkles in disgust, but I can't help the peal of laughter that escapes me. I am not sharing a toothbrush. He pins me with a look.
No, I'm not some kind of animal. That's you.
Hey! His sarcastic smile makes me want to kiss it off his face.
I have some spares in the guest bathroom.
He turns away and heads to the wardrobe, setting an oversized shirt and some sweatpants on the bed.
I'll be right back.
My eyes flicker between him and the clothes as he makes his way out of the room with his own set of clean underwear, my cheeks flush with heat. Despite everything we just did, he still gives me the privacy to change on my own terms. Following his instructions, I peel off my clothes, feeling relieved when I remove my sticky underwear. I forgot about the mess I made. Then I climb into the clothes he left behind, impossibly soft cotton sliding over my skin. Now dressed, I begin to look around the room, trying to understand more about the man. There really is little decoration, just minimalist high-end furniture. What? Oh! Hi there! A knock at the door pulls me away from my spying as Sebastian re-enters the room in nothing but clean underwear.
It suits you.
Well, that suits you! His eyes rake over me and the way I fill his clothing, but he simply walks by, taking the spare toothbrush he gathered to the ensuite and then returning with a washcloth. Well, this has gotta be a speed run for the fastest time I've acquired a guy's shirt. That must be a good sign. He wipes at my face with the washcloth, cleaning me up before he tosses that into the hamper too. Then he makes his way over to the bed and lays atop the sheets.
Join me?
Sure. I shuffle onto the bed, that feeling of uncertainty shuffling over me. It's undoubtedly time for a debrief.
Are you open to cuddling?
Right now, I want nothing more than a cuddle. The high and the intimacy of what we shared leaves me feeling elated but vulnerable. More than open.
Good.
He opens up his waiting arms and beckons me in until I snuggle close and settle my head on his chest, nuzzle right into his neck. One arm wraps around me while the other strokes my hair, much like he did earlier.
Still feeling okay?
I'm on cloud 9, happy to be cuddling. How are you? My words spill out me, unfiltered, but Sebastian hesitates, taking a little longer to respond.
I'm good.
His voice is a little uneven, and I recall what he said earlier about his own need for aftercare. There's more you're not saying. His chest rises suddenly as he puffs out a wry laugh and kisses the top of my head. I can feel his smile as he does.
You're not allowed to be so good at reading me. We just met.
Sucks for you. Teasing him comes easy, but his unspoken feelings still linger in the air. Well, I'm gonna wait for him to talk. I don't want to push. I simply snuggle closer, trace my fingers over his chest, and try to reassure him with my touch and presence. If he wants to talk, he will. Despite wanting to chase his lips for more kisses, I find myself withdrawing as a heavy yawn takes over me, and I shield myself with a hand.
Oh, tired?
It's your fault.
However, are you going to survive what comes next?
What do you mean, what comes next? I guess I'm in desperate need of training.
Such a good pet.
Oh, Well, I guess that's the end of that. So that was Unleashed. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And God freaking damn, I don't know how much of my whimpering is out on YouTube, like being so for real, but this game has got me feeling things. Oh man, but I absolutely love it, and I know I'm not the only one who is looking forward to so much more with Sebastian, being so for real. I love this to bits, and I'm not going to tell you why. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all to speculate. But anyway, hey, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.